Let me hear you say ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Crazy at this thing called love. Just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. That's why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba.
L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I love you. Good morning and welcome to Eternal Commander, Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of April, 2023. As I usually say, what has this day got in store for us? We know we got a report from the U.S. ambassador, that damning report on the Republic of Liberia, especially on the legislators of Liberia. That was a damning report. Having a syndicate in our government. Now, every radio station in Liberia is supposed to be talking about this report from the ambassador. Every radio station is supposed to be reading it, not just talking about it. Read that letter and go through it with the people of Liberia. Let me bring on Mr. Samuel Wicker. He just came on. Let's see what's happening in Liberia. What's up, brother?
Yeah, good morning.
I see you all hooked up, man. Yeah, you sound good. How you doing?
Yeah, fine, man. So I'm clear. Okay, that's good. I just got it.
Yeah, that's good. So what's happening in our beloved Liberia? That's turning
beloved
it
Liberia.
into, that's turning
Liberia
it.
is Liberia is bleeding with crime
Ah, Lord, brother, tell me about
from
it.
gender-based violence to broad day armed robbery. Yesterday at 2 p.m., a Fulani business boy, age 21, was attacked by three armed robbers broad day around the Metropolitan group of companies. You can remember around this Beaumont Bridge community, the Foco area.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a tricycle. They were on bike and they crossed before the tricycle stopped him and attacked this boy with the money and they shot him and took away the money in the presence of people.
And nobody identified them?
Nobody identified them. Nobody went to the rescue of this guy. That's how Labrador looked like. Broad day, they will attack you and nobody will come to your rescue. That's the country we live in nowadays.
I mean, but if people are attacking people with guns, the public will not want to get involved with that kind of thing. The people don't want to die. But
Yeah.
the problem about it is our police is so weak, man.
But police say they do not have the capacity, no logistics. They went there late on the crime scene. They went
Yeah.
late
They don't even have police assigned in those areas.
in those areas. You had to see police.
Back in. You where you
You
live?
had to see
You
police.
see police down there where you live?
See that?
Do you see police where you live?
Yeah, I'm not too far from the police or substation.
Oh,
Around the
okay.
Iron Gate community, yeah, and
You
zone
made
6
sure to
in
move. You made sure to move near the substation.
Oh yeah, I'm not too far from the place, so I'm yeah. Although nowhere is safe in Liberia,
You
just
holler
just
nobody come
just
anyway.
just I told you a few days ago, my neighbor was attacked with cutlass.
Wow.
In the morning, I had just left the house, the compound. I just left. The guy alone was there, trying to prepare things in the morning. About 10, and this guy attacked her and took away her phone in my yard.
Wow.
So don't know where it's even Liberia.
Wow. Bro, open day.
As in the morning, I left to come and talk to you. When I went back late afternoon, I got a story.
This is not right.
They took the girl. My neighbor was sitting next to neighbor wouldn't see her.
But you see, Sam, the poverty is so bad, man. The people, too many poor people, man. How do you deal with this kind of thing? You got all these poor people. People can't get jobs. When you get a job, you get paid every 4 or 5 months. How do you exist? And you still got to go to work every day. You still got to be reporting to get your salary because you get paid. But when? That's the question.
But equally, the government is doing nothing at all to put it in place to improve. I mean, the livelihood of it, or I mean, her own citizens. That's the problem. You got all the guys in the street, no job. You can't treat them.
Who will get these people money? Who will get jobs with their money, man? You see the country terrible it is. The people can't pay their debts. They're taking the money and using it unwisely. When you borrow money, you got to pay it back. You borrowing the money, when you're spending it, you're misusing it. And we don't have the money to pay it back. And you know the biggest thing, and you see that when the stealing is so bad, the biggest thing we pay now is salaries and entitlements. We're not getting no money back for our country. We're not getting no money back for development, infrastructure, or any kind of development. All the money we're getting is to pay salaries. And the salaries going to the government officials at the top. These people still carrying $15,000, $5,000, $10,000. Our country can't afford that kind of thing. We want to be on par with America. Our country is not America. We can't support people's families in America while they're working in Liberia. No. We got to restructure everything in our country, man. This pay scale is terrible. It's terrible. It's unfair. It's unequal. I mean, it's so bad. The poor people can't get no money in our country, man. All the money going to the rich people. And above all, the worst of all, it goes to the legislature. You know, I just saw T-Max show. You know T-Max, right? Yeah. I just saw him. Yeah, he always show Crossfire too. I just saw him on the show. I literally came on yesterday sometime. But he was looking so depressed, and the guy said, "My man, T-Max, why are you so depressed?" He said, "Man, I just trying to recover from the report from the U.S. ambassador, man, that the people can come from foreign country into our country and dissect the criminality in our country, and our government can't do it for us. We have no patriots in our country to stand up for us. What's wrong with us, man? What happened with our country? Where did we lose our patriotism? Where did we lose our love for Liberia? Where did we lose our direction for fairness, for justice, for equality? All the things we talk about, you know, in our constitution, all the things we have killed people for, man. Look at how many people have died since 1980 for justice, equality, fair play, and we still ain't got it. We still don't know what justice is. We still don't know what fair play is. We still don't know what equality is. People calling me, women calling me, why you calling me for, please? I beg you, don't call me during my show. Yeah, man. But I mean, this is bad. It's terrible.
Liberia is getting bad by the day. Every day you wake up, you hear different news, strange news.
Liberia is already bad. It's already bad. It is already bad.
Then they will complain and say it is opposition that are making investors to shy away from Liberia. You got no system. You got no you don't improve your security. Then how you expect someone to come invest in your country when there's no security? When you are so corrupt, nobody can trust you with their money. No one.
Okay, Sam. You got anything else to say? Any other news?
Yeah. Besides the selection of Jeremiah Kuhn, you know, it's been a mixed reaction. Some are saying,
is that the news?
There's gossip now. That's news.
I mean, gossip is news. So, I mean, whatever you face it, it's just not on the radio as official.
It's just not on the radio, yeah. You know, people say still.
Everybody talking about, you can hold on to that. Prince Johnson said, I heard Prince Johnson talking, and he said Jeremiah Kuhn would be the next VP and all that. But you see, I was talking about that during my lesson.
But who told you about it? Or yeah, rumors. You know, one thing about Liberia, there's nothing that closed door in this country.
If he's the kingmaker, if he's the man making king in Liberia, he gotta know something.
But was he to announce it? He's the man to announce it? Well,
no. Prince Johnson can do anything Prince Johnson want to do. You know that. Look at the killing of this early. That's early. His name is Early. I was saying Ellis. His name is Early. The killer of this early guy. He saw it.
Yeah.
We're talking about this thing all the time. This man has not come forth to talk about it. Only when it benefits him. When it works his interest. Now he comes out and talk about this kind of thing. And you see,
if he and we are on good terms, he would have never. He would never hear it.
You see, and these are people leading our country, man. This is a man standing in the pulpit, but he's man of God. What the hell kind of man of God is that, man? You want to talk things, a whole person dead. Justice is hanging in the balance. You saw everything that happened. Instead of you come forth and tell the truth and let justice fall where it may. You standing there talking about you voting for you are issue with the president and all of that. That's the only time you can come forth. So all the time you were waiting for money from WIA and all that kind of thing. You didn't come from my boys frozen. All the time you waiting for money from WIA and all the thing. He didn't come forth. But anyway, if Sam come back on, he got to do his closing statement. Sam?
Yeah, man. I had an interruption, man. Call, you know.
Yeah, but you got to tell your people
Sorry.
not to be calling you while you're on the show. Do your
I'll tell you,
closing.
man.
Do your closing and miss time my lesson.
Yeah, on tomorrow, I will be going to Bomi County. I'm sure calling you from there. If not this evening, tomorrow.
What's happening in Bomi County? You
The
going
company that I want on Sam Davy. They call it Mano. Mano has since Sam Davy left, the company has laid off almost half of the staff.
Wow. Oh yeah, we'll go again. People calling you still? Sam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will soon and let Sam go so I can start my program. Okay. As you can see from my topic this morning, let it come around. Let me read it before I start discussing my issue. It has to do with us in the diaspora. Diaspora Liberians have a grave responsibility to help with the transformation of Liberia from a poor, corrupt nation to a wholesome, functioning, enlightened, and economically strong nation. Our people in Liberia cannot do this. System in Liberia has broken down. The civilized system, the justice system, the equal system, the fair system, everything is broken down in our country. We can be fighting for election all what we want. It will not change our country. Our country will not change under Joe Walker. Our country is so terrible. It will not change if we, Liberian people in the diaspora, do not make a concerted and positive stride to change our country. It will not change. We can go to Liberia and talk all the what we want to talk. We can go with all the dreams to build what we want to build. It will not change our country. We'll come running back to America. Why? All the systems in our country have broken down. They're broken down. Whether we accept it or not, they're broken down. And if we don't be careful, we headed for war. We don't be careful, we headed for serious unrest with violence. Our country is going to change. And only we, Liberians in the diaspora, can change our country. What are the steps we need to take to change our country? We gotta know about the issues in our country. We gotta know and appreciate the issues facing our people. The first issue facing our people, and primary, is education. That is the most stringent issue facing our people right now. We have a highly illiterate society. I mean, I can't imagine all my life, man, our illiteracy rate has been 95%. Today, in this day and age, we're still talking about 95% illiteracy rate in Liberia. 40 years ago, it was the same. We're improving. We have moved the rate up. But today, we're going back. Everything we do, we take a step forward. Then we take 2 steps backwards. It's not getting us anywhere. So what should be our input into this thing here? We need leadership direction. Right here in America, we need leadership. EULA cannot provide that leadership. EULA is a tribalistic organization. And the more we dwell on tribe, the more we dwell on negativity and nepotism and all those things, our country will fail. Because those are the things that we resorted to, that brought a war, that brought all the negative things we have faced. Nepotism. It started from there. As a people, we got to understand that our destiny is combined. You don't have a different destiny than me. No matter what you say, if your intentions is to be a Liberian and to share in this Liberian mess we're in, then you got to understand you are a part and parcel of everything that's going on. And you got to get involved with it. You got to understand it. You got to appreciate it. Because if you don't fully understand it, you will not grasp the essence of what is happening in our country and why it needs to and must change. You know, people come, they look at the country and say, oh, everything look all right, it's going on fine. The government try. They're not trying. Our country not going nowhere. For all of us who've been there for a long time, we know where we're supposed to be today, and we are not there. We can't put it on country people. We can't put it on Congo people. This is our mess. It's our mess, and we got to fix it. The more we dwell on these negative things with tribe and things, it will not change our society. But when we come together with focused mind on changing our country and really building it up, all those things will go away, man. That tribalism, that nepotism, all those negatives will dissipate. It will fade. Because we don't have time for that thing. We'll be men and women of substance. When we sit to the table, we want to build Bon County. We want to build Nima County. We want to build Grand Chile County. We want to build Sano County. We want to build Riverside. We don't care who lives in there. That's our country. When I want to go to Riverside, I'm going to be able to go there to visit people. To hell with voodoo. To hell with juju. All of you people scared of those things. We got to dispel our community of all those kind of things. If we are Christians, we can't be afraid of those things. And these are the things that are burdens to us. Why they are attachment. You know what attachment means? They're attached to you. They don't want to let you go. They hold you down. Because they themselves, they have nothing else. So they're looking for things to attach to. Anything that look good and that look promising, they jump on it. Whether it brings them good luck or bad luck or not, they don't give a damn. But this is our country. This is our destiny. This is our future. And we can't let it down. You think I come here every morning just because I want to dress or talk BS? I got a lot at stake, man. I got family in Liberia. I got little children I'm supporting in Liberia. They're not my children by birth, but I got nieces and nephews that I feel obligated to. Okay? All my children there. Even the unborn children of Liberia are my children. I see myself as a representative of my people. That's why everything I do, I try to maintain a state of integrity. Why? Because it's not only about me, it's a reflection on those I love and who stand up with me, who support me. And that's why when our leadership act bad and disrespectful and low down dirty as they are, it reflects on all of us. Because everywhere we go, we are Liberian people. And when our government is a non-functioning, corrupt entity, it reflects on all of us. Because not only will we be known to the world for our behaviors and our habits, but it's reflective of the lives of our people, how productive they are, how educated they are, how professional they are, how skilled they are. It's a reflection on them too. And we see most of our young children, instead of being in school, they're in the marketplace selling with their mom and pa running around with trays on their head. Then something wrong with our country. Something is wrong with our country. You know, I tell all my viewers my life story too. Some of y'all know it. I was raised by my aunt. She wasn't even my aunt, she was my cousin. But she loved my mom so much. She was an older woman, older than my mother. She didn't have any children. And when she saw my mom young and I was sickly and my mom couldn't cure me or handle me, she came to her and said, "Give me this baby, you go live your life." And my mom trusted her enough, knew she was a woman in society enough to say, "Take my baby." Why she didn't give me to her brothers and sisters? Huh? My mom had her ways too. I know my mom ways. And nobody know me never Freeman. They know me never Freeman had ways too. Okay? So the things my mom said did, I didn't agree with it. And that way she and I used to fuss. You know, because that's why I'm raised different. Because the woman who raised me to be a leader of my country. I told you, all the time that woman raised me, I never cooked one day, I never washed clothes one day, I never did nothing in my house but study. And if I didn't study, she beat the shit out of me. Ain't no joke. I told you how my mom and pa used to gang up on me to flog me. Why? Because these are the essences of the things that people like me who live in the street and were born in the street and grew up in the street have to get. So you understand these things. And the reason why it is important to other Liberians, because there are many Liberians like me. There are many, many Liberians born out of wedlock. Because not only is it a cultural thing, it is a lifestyle thing in our country. Because it emanates from the culture. Our culture is not a Christian society. Our culture is more adapt to the Muslim way of life, where you can have as many children as you want. And our culture is even deeper than the Muslim society, because the Muslims limit you as to how many children you can have, how many wives you can have. They limit you to 4 wives. Some limit you to 5. In our cultural setting, there is no limitation. There are no limitations. You can have as many wives as you want, as long as you can support them. Now, the only thing our law, this is under law, the Liberian law, say you can only have as many children as you can support. You can't put your hat where your hand cannot reach. Okay? If the pole for you to put your hat is high for you, you can't put your hat up there. You got to find somewhere to put your hat or ask somebody to help you. You can't do it. So it's the same like our country. But we have a responsibility to the whole society. It doesn't matter whether you are 10 brothers and sisters on the outside or 4 brothers. We maintain that status quo where the male is the center of our society. And this is what has gone on from time immemorial. That's why we talk about women's rights. Liberia, one of the few countries in Africa that gave women rights from 1960s. Angie Brooks Randall, she was one of the women that stood out. She was smart and sharp. We had other women that called too. Even my aunt, who raised me. I told you she was in the choir. She was a big woman in Eastern Star. She did all the initiation. She did all the rules and things. She was one of the past princes, great-grandpast princes and all of them. UBF, SMT, she was involved in it. And she wasn't no small woman. Ask anybody about Louise Walter Smith. People know her. All the people in the UBF know her. So these are the people that instill these things in us. They didn't know the right way to do it. Our Liberian society is just like our African American society here. We weren't geniuses. The people that founded Liberia didn't have college degrees and master degrees and PhD and knew how to do things right. They didn't know. Some knew it. Some were blessed to have live under slave masters who gave them the opportunity to learn. Some of them were children of slave masters, though not recognized, were given the opportunity to learn. And there was something that was forbidden in America for Black people to read and write, to learn, to get educated, to think. What about building a whole nation? Certainly, things will not go right in our country. So we have suffered these ills for nearly 200 years. We have been a people living together but divided for so many years. The coup came. It didn't change anything. It just moved one group of people and put another group of people in the same setting as the first group of people. Now there's nepotism, the corruption, the stealing. Everything has gotten worse. Why? Because first it was a small group of people. Now we got the majority of the people in the stealing, in the corruption, what's in it for me? So everything has gone kaput because everybody want their share. Okay? But we can't go on like this forever. If we go on like this forever, our country will never be the country that we hope that it will be one day. It will never be. Don't you want to see our country like America or like Great Britain or like some of the great nations of the world where we may not have a big military, but we have a professional military? When we send them on mission, we know they will accomplish it. Our military can be like Israel. We can raise our status quo and consciousness better than we are now. But we can't do it with the people in Liberia. Why? Because the corruption, the low mentality, the stealing benefit the leaders of Liberia right now. The way our people not thinking, the way our people just dumb. Everything, yeah. But our people love handouts. They won't go to work before you giving them things. So these people will thrive on it. That's what they tell our people, all the people from America, bad. No. But we got to change that. How do we change that? We got to invest in our country. We ourselves in America, not individuals, as a group, got to come together and form a conglomerate, raise money, and invest in Liberia. We can do it. We can do it. Everybody don't have to be in the forefront. We need Liberians with money. This is a money venture. This is not ULA shit where everybody's there for political reason. No. This is an organization where you must put money in it to be a part of it. Because it will be set up like a business where we have shareholders. We sell stocks. We have people running the organization that are professionals. We have meeting twice a year, general meeting twice a year. You can make it, you come. You can't make it, you appoint a proxy, somebody to represent you from the group of people that will be there. And we'll vote on things. But this cannot be a play organization. This will be an organization for Liberians that will raise some serious cash. Because we're going to invest in our country. We got all the opportunities here to do, and it doesn't have to be one organization. We got 4, 5 organizations, one in the eastern section, one in the western section. But the reason why we need one united organization, because in the end, for us to be really prosperous, we must be a part of the United States Congress. We must have a seat in Congress representing Liberians. It's long overdue. That's why our country can't G, our country can't haul. America treat us like football children. They kick us around like ball. Look at they kill our president in 1980. They killed Turbo. You think do got the sense to kill Turbo? I beg you, man. You get the hell out of here, man. Do kill Turbo. They didn't kill Turbo. The Western people set it up. Jebo was supposed to do it. Major Jebo. But they undercut him too. Why? Because they felt his ideals were not of the people that wanted to change things. Jebo wanted to change Liberia for the positive. The people that are playing the coup in Liberia didn't want that. They didn't want that. So if we think that the whole thing about Liberia is just about Liberia, it's not about Liberia. It's about the whole of Africa. Togo were getting too popular in Africa, too powerful. Togo were calling African leaders and convincing them to do things and opening their eyes to African unity. And some people didn't like that. Togo them were trying to raise our money here, telling other people, look, man, we're not sending that money to Britain. We're not sending that to France. We can open our own bank here in Africa. Put all the gold and diamond in our bank. We got it. That's why they killed Togo. Togo going to pack style all our gold, pack style all our diamond, and open a national reserve for Africa in Africa. You know what that would mean? All our gold is stealing from us. All our diamonds is stealing from us. Togo then wanted to harness all of that shit and put it right in Africa. Put a World Bank of Africa right in Africa with our gold and diamonds to back it. Who are going to all stand with us? That's why they killed Togo. And if you all know Africa history, when they killed Togo, they were coup d'etat all across West Africa, all down East Africa to South Africa. Why? Because they got rid of every one of those leaders that sided with Togo, that had sat down to talk about this thing. They overthrew every one of them. Go through your African history. That's how they treat us. Nothing wrong with that. If you know politics, nothing wrong with that. The ambassador said it to y'all. In a letter, he who has the goal makes the rule. That's the golden rule of survival of the fittest, where the rich can do anything they want to do, and you better don't damn well talk. What's happening in Ukraine today? Look how many they destroyed our country. Who's going against Russia? Nobody. They own the gold. They make the rule. So we just got to sit down and everything blame them, blame them, blame them. So if we have owned the gold, we were going to make rules too. And then they want to talk about them making rules. No. Look at the gun violence in America. Why do you think they can't make laws to stop the gun? It's all about racism and empowerment. That's why people start teaching their children to kill from small. And all the killings and violence going on in America, they ain't going to change it. Why? Black people don't own guns. Poor people don't own guns. That's the white people own the guns. So they got to set militia and everything set now. We only talk about politics and fighting each other. But talk about them with a real threat. And that was the war to all of them. Now, our country go way back. Way back. All the gold being sifted out of Africa, all the diamond being sifted out of Africa. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. He who owns the gold makes the rules. We don't own the gold. We can't make the rules. If we're stupid enough to make the rules, we'd die. So, we are Americans. We have the right to be citizens. Why not push to be a part of Congress? Then we will be a part of the people who own the gold. We will have to make the rules for Liberia. We're not going there for Africa. No, we're not going there for Africa. You know, if there are issues of concern where it involve life of other African lives or other African, yes, we'll get involved. But that's not our mission in Congress. Our mission is to take care of Liberia, to sit there and help America understand the circumstances in our country. So when Congress make laws, they don't make laws because Representative Smith says so or Representative AOC says so. No, it's because the Liberians in Congress who know Liberian issue say so. And this is where we need to be. And we can't reach to that place. We can't change our country. We can't change our country. Because no matter how smart we are, no matter how ingenious we are, no matter how productive we are, we don't have the chance to really progress if the white people who control Liberia don't want us to progress. Why do you think we don't have factories in Liberia now? Why you don't have big businesses in Liberia now? Because the white people don't want to bring it there. They don't want to give us the money. They don't want to get the opportunities to learn because they know we learn fast. So they take it to people who don't learn fast. They take it to China, all the other countries, you know. They like slave labor. They believe in that. You see, we are forced into slave labor by our own leaders. What happened to Fernando Poe? That wasn't the Liberian leaders who did that. When we force our people into these kind of things here for petty change, it brings our nation down. It brings our ideals of development and progress and advancement and unity to despair. We can't change them. So it behooves us. The world is not going to change. The world is already set now. It may improve differently in the future. But America will always control the world. Britain will always control the world. The third one is because they have set it up that way. For us to benefit ourselves, we either join them or die. So for us to join them, we must understand our plight as a people. We must understand our situation as a nation and where we want to go. Because right now, the illiteracy rate in our country, the backwardness, the corruption is so bad, it's so terrible that progress and advancement for us is on hold. It's on hold. We in the diaspora can change that. But as Liberians, we got to be patriotic. We got to understand that it's not about me. It's about us. And we got to understand that concept from here. Working together, being honest, being truthful, trustworthy. Coming to find positive goals for ourselves here in America. Building opportunities for ourselves here. Why we don't have businesses in this country bigger than what we should have? Everybody got a little shop here and we can have bigger businesses. We are smart people. We can invest. We don't have to go to Liberia to do it. Why we kids think about doing it here? Being a part of this society that will give us access to Congress and money and the things we need to change Liberia. Look at the state of our country. We can't change it. People don't even want us to go to Liberia. They don't even want us to go to Liberia. And the people in Liberia, their minds are not ready for development. All they do is talk politics and learn how to steal and rob each other. That's all. It's not ready for change. And for this kind of change to come to our country, we have to be the people that bring it. We have to be the people that set the standard for change in our country. And we also have to understand that our country is not America. Although we are Americans, Liberia is not America. And in order for our country to grow and prosper, we must make laws that coincide with our society. That's why we need people of understanding. People of understanding of our culture in Liberia and the society and the relationship of our people. Where we can discuss the real issues of our country with a view to changing them positively. Look at our country now, people making $15,000, $20,000. That's asinine. That's stupid. That just shows our whole society are fools. How we pay those people that kind of money when we got that kind of money? You got to own that kind of money to pay that people that kind of money. With that money, you just pay people like that. Now we have no money to develop nothing in our country. Our children education on the balance. Our children recreation on the balance. All of that is education, recreation, everything. We got no good parks in our country no more. You got that mess to build that sports park. Is that a real park, man? We need park for our children. You know? Where they protect our lands, where they protect the trees, and that's park. That's a real park. Because we fix parks, because with the development are going on all around us, people cutting the trees down and That's why we need natural parks, so we can preserve the trees, the animals, and all those things in the park. You can't do that. You can't go there and kill them during certain season. You got to have special time to kill them. The government can tell you when to go hunting, because that one will have an overplus in the growth of certain kind of animals. They say you go hunt. But we need all these kind of things. And we can't develop it until our people arrive to that kind of thinking. If our people in Liberia today can tell you that the things Joy we had and bring it to Liberia, the best thing Liberia ever had, and we know better. We know better. You must know that we're in deep, deep, deep mess. We're in deep mess. Because all the things that we're supposed to know and appreciate, they never trickle down to the people. And these are the same things happening today. When the small group of people at the top just continue to siphon all the money and everything, our country will never develop. And that's what happened during the past regime. That's what happened during the most recent regime. And this is what happening now, even worse than the past regimes. People siphoning all the money into how many government officials got hospitals, got colleges? How many people in the past even had colleges or universities? Nobody. Now you see private Liberian citizens with hospitals. Our government ain't got no hospital. Our country ain't got no medication. But the other private hospitals got everything. And these people are government officials. So how their hospitals got better than the Liberian people hospital? Pray tell me, man. Pray tell me. You see what I'm talking about? The people in Liberia can't help us. That's all they used to. To be rich in Liberia, you got to steal. All the rich people in Liberia are rogues because they work for government. Ask them if they work for government. Then you know where they got their money from. But it's not right. It's not right. And my class is almost done. So I don't want to be repetitive, but we got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. We can't stay in the nation and don't take advantages of the benefits and the opportunities and wealth of this nation. We're hurting ourselves. We're hurting ourselves because they were asking us now, what are you doing in America there? What are you doing? That we can contribute our quota to Liberia. The time of the people is now. We must resurrect our 1980 revolution. The time of the people never came in Liberia. It never came. We just said, oh, the time of the people. It never came. The time of the people can't come with this kind of corruption and stealing, illicit corruption and stealing with no excuse, no reason. You just steal. There can't be the time of the people. It wasn't the time of the people on the door. Because though them didn't understand all of that. We, the people, were singing that song. Though them were soldiers. They didn't understand that thing. They just came to carry the jargon on. But they didn't understand it. And we, the people, are the people that understand what we say is the time of the people. We understand it. And we got to make it count. We got to make it real. I don't want to go overboard. My class is done. We'll continue with this tomorrow, wherever it leads. Aluta. Continue. Have a good day, my people. Attorney Commander Glapohkpa Chesson class is done. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't call me.